to donate your card today.
Jay Happ improves to 5-0. The Yankees pick up win number 81. They now trail the Red Sox by just 8 games in the American League East. Game 1 of a doubleheader is in the books. This is the Agera Energy Yankees postgame show. I'm Sweeny Murti. Yankees beat the Orioles by the final of 10-3. 4 home runs against a very we think the Yankees are undermanned. The Orioles are extremely undermanned. They weren't very good, and they traded away a lot of players, and this is what's left. They are 37-92 right now, and the Yankees have won the first 2 of this 4-game set. Let's start things off with Suzyn Waldman's Clubhouse Report. It's brought to you by the New York Lottery. Play the newest scratch-off games from the New York Lottery. Win anywhere, win anytime. Suzyn, when I see a pitcher like Jay Happ, who at the way he's going right now, he can locate as well as anybody, you put that pitcher against these hitters, and this is kind of what happens.
Yeah, this is kind of what happens, even after that second inning. And here's something that Aaron Boone just said to me that I never even thought of. He was one batter away from getting someone up in the bullpen because in the second inning, because that pitch count was rising.
Yep.
But Boone says, I don't even know why I was worried, because after the second inning, he changes things. He makes adjustments. The pitch count was up. He said he's one guy away from getting someone up in the pen. But Jay Happ gives us everything that he has. He gave us everything we need. He lost a little command there in the second, but he knows what he's doing. He never shows any emotion, and he just goes back and he corrects it. He didn't have great command of the fastball, particularly in that second inning, and then he finds a way to get through it. This is, I'd said on the broadcast, Sweeny, they got him to augment the rotation. He's becoming the rotation. Because he is the guy that you would trust in any situation, and other people in this rotation right now have been a little iffy, but Happ's giving you everything you want.
We kind of joked about, he's going to be, somebody has to step up and be Aaron Small. Aaron Small went 10-0.
Yes,
he's now 5-0. He's halfway there.
Isn't that something? And Duhar, when I was talking to him about it, I got the feeling that he's kind of in awe of watching him. And I said 5-0, and he never really had thought about it, and his mouth opened, like, wow, really? Yeah, he's tremendous. And when he just said he didn't have real good fastball command, but the really good ones, the guys who know what they're doing, will be able to find a way. And I know he's not facing the Red Sox. I'm not saying you could get through the Red Sox lineup with no fastball command like he got through the Orioles lineup, but you can only beat who you play, and today they're playing the Orioles.
I don't get the sense that Miguel Andujar knows it's late August and this many games in, we've seen Gleyber Torres go through some struggles that you might say, okay, a rookie deep into the season. Miguel Andujar isn't really looking at the calendar right now.
No, he really isn't, and I just talked to Aaron Boone about that, and he said, he really can hit, and his quality of at-bats, it shows up on a consistent basis, and what he means by that is that he makes adjustments, not between, at-bat to at-bat, between pitches. He's got an idea of what he wants to do. He's also got an idea of what the pitcher is going to do to him, and Aaron Boone says it's fascinating to watch him make adjustments within the at-bat itself from pitch to pitch, and rookies don't usually do that. And he said that one of the things that you watch him, he's just so good, is that you watch him, he's the whole package. I was looking for that phrase. I knew I wrote it somewhere. He is the whole package, and on a consistent basis, he gives you great at-bats.
I think Brett Gardner was very happy to give himself a birthday present one day after the fact.
Yes, because Brett Gardner, he's got a little edge to him, and he doesn't like it when he's in a slump. And and today was a good day for him. And sometimes even veterans, and he was 35 yesterday, and even they can start to press. You see, Luke Voigt was telling me on pregame about how he was trying too hard because he wanted the guys to think he belonged there. And Brett Gardner knows that half of his lineup isn't there, and he wants to be that guy, to be that spark plug, and it hasn't come for him. And so because of today, I think that really helped. We did also talk about Gleyber and his errors, and Aaron Boone had said, well, a couple of them were bad hops. He needs to work on putting himself in the best position to field the ball, and we talked about this with Andujar. Today, for example, when you charge a ball, you You have to really charge it. You can't let the ball play you. And I know that Perry Hill, who is one of the great infield coaches, guy in Miami, always had the thing, if the ball bounces near the plate, charge it. If the ball bounces by the pitcher, back up and go get it that way. And he seems to be betwixt and between. And then Aaron said, we've asked an awful lot of a 21-year-old. He learned second base, which is a position that he never played before in his life, and now we're switching him back to shortstop. He doesn't want to make a mistake, and sometimes that leads to mistakes.
The ball that Aaron Hicks hit last night in the ninth inning could have been one that drove in the go-ahead run, and the Yankees could have won in 9. You saw some frustration with him when he hit a line drive right at the first baseman that could have been extra bases. He's probably a little bit more pleased with what happened today.
He is indeed. You know what? These guys, what you notice about this team, they all want to be the guy that steps up, because we hear that phrase all the time. Somebody's got to step up. Didi's not here. Judge isn't here. Sanchez isn't here, etc. So somebody's got to step up. That's not so easy to do, because what you do when you try and quote-unquote step up is you try too hard. And Aaron Hicks talks about that all the time. He's got to stay relaxed. Once they get a hit, then it seems to relax. You can see Aaron Hicks's shoulders change, because he's got the shoulders up when he gets frustrated and wants to be that guy. He had really good calm at bats today.
And game number 2, you've got Sonny Gray, and thanks to Happens Luis Cessa, you've got a fully rested bullpen.
And that's exactly how they drew it up. That's right. Isn't that what they did? Well, that's why you do that. I do understand why you did that, because you figure that Hap will rest the bullpen, and now you got everybody. If it's the other way, you probably use the bullpen. Maybe Sonny goes out and throws a no-hitter. Who knows? But in case he doesn't, then you use people, and to have the luxury of knowing that you've got a completely rested bullpen, that is a luxury that Aaron Boone needs. Good news, and they were talking about Gary Sanchez. He hasn't got a lineup yet for the second game, but Gary Sanchez came through today, as we were talking with no problem. Didn't feel the groin. He just DH though. He'll start catching probably tomorrow.
Suzyn, if Sonny Gray throws a no-hitter tonight, I will give you whatever's in my wallet. You can have whatever's there.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm just trying to put it in. I'm trying to send positive thoughts.
I get it. It's going to be a long day with another game, so rest up, get something to eat, and we'll talk to you after game 2.
Thanks, Sweeny.
The Yankees beat the Orioles by the final of 10-3 in game 1 of this day-night doubleheader. We're coming back with the highlights, including 4 Yankees home runs in this ball game when we come back. This is the Agera Energy Yankees postgame show on the WFAN Yankees Radio Network.